So you're looking to start a career in IT. You've been doing your homework, asking around, and every sign, every person, every job posting is pointing you in one direction. Get the CompTIA A+ certification. It's the golden ticket, the industry standard, the absolute best first step you can possibly take. You're fired up, you're ready to go. You open your browser, type in CompTIA A+, and are immediately smacked by a tidal wave of information that feels less like a clear path and more like a total mess. Suddenly, you're drowning in details. What's Core 1? What's Core 2? Why are there different exam codes like 220-1201 and 220-1202? You've got a dozen different people online all telling you to buy their book, watch their course, or use their magic practice exams. It's overwhelming. You feel stuck before you even start. If that sounds like you, just stop. Stop scrolling, stop opening more tabs. This video is going to be your complete no-fluff guide. By the time we're done here, you will have a clear, simple, and effective path to walk away with your A+ certification. This is the guide I wish I had when I was starting out. We're going to cut through all the noise and build a rock-solid roadmap that will take you from confused beginner to certified IT professional. Before we draw up your battle plan, we need to understand the battlefield. What exactly is the CompTIA A+ certification? And more importantly, in the super fast-paced world of tech in 2025, does it even still matter? The short answer? A huge, resounding yes. Let me explain why. The CompTIA A+ is what's known as a vendor-neutral certification. This is a really critical idea. It doesn't test you on how to fix only a Dell computer or use only Microsoft Windows. Instead, it proves you have a solid understanding of technology as a whole, across all kinds of different platforms. This is exactly why employers love it so much. They know that if you have your A+, you've got a universal toolkit of IT skills. You can walk into an office with a mix of Windows, Mac, and Linux machines and have the core knowledge to start figuring things out. You get the principles of networking, security, and hardware that apply everywhere. Think of it like learning to be a car mechanic. A brand-specific certification might teach you everything there is to know about Ford engines. The A+ is like going to a comprehensive mechanic school where you learn how all engines work, the principles of intake, compression, power, and exhaust. With that knowledge, you can confidently approach a Ford, a Toyota, or a Hyundai. The A+ does the exact same thing for you in the world of IT. It's the foundation that everything else gets built on. Now let's talk jobs. The A+ is the key that unlocks the door to a ton of entry-level IT roles. We're talking about titles like IT support specialist, help desk technician, desktop support analyst, field service technician, and technical support specialist. These are the jobs where you cut your teeth in the IT industry. They're the proving grounds where you take all that theory from the A+ and apply it to real-world problems. The average salary for these roles can range from $40,000 to over $60,000, but that can go higher depending on your location in the company. That's an incredible return on an investment of a few $100 and a couple of months of studying. And these jobs aren't a dead end. They're a launch pad. From help desk, you can pivot into cybersecurity, network administration, or the cloud. I have personally seen countless colleagues start with their A+, and within 5 years be working as senior networking engineers or cybersecurity analysts. It all starts right here. My name's Joe, and I started as a security guard and now a senior network security engineer with over 15+ IT certifications. So when you ask, is the A+ still relevant? The answer is that it's more relevant than ever. Companies desperately need people who have a strong, broad foundation. They need the person who can figure out why the CEO's laptop won't connect to the Wi-Fi, why a printer is offline, or how to get malware off a sales rep's computer. The A+ proves you can be that person. The certification is good for 3 years, and you keep it current by earning continuing education units, or CEUs, or passing a higher level exam. CompTIA is constantly updating the exams to keep up with technology. As of late 2025, the current exam series is the 1200 series, specifically the 220-1201 and 220-1202 exams. This new version focuses more on things like supporting remote workers, cloud virtualization, and modern security, making sure the skills you learn are exactly what employers are looking for right now. Just a quick heads up, the older 1100 series exams are still available in languages other than English until late 2025. But for most people starting now, the 1200 series is the one to focus on. This brings us to the single biggest point of confusion for every A+ beginner. It is not one exam. The CompTIA A+ certification requires you to pass 2 separate exams. Let's break them down. This is where so many people get tripped up, but it's actually pretty logical. CompTIA splits the A+ into 2 exams to cover the huge landscape of IT fundamentals. You have to pass both exams from the same series to get certified. No mixing and matching. For the current series, that means passing both the 220-1201 and the 220-1202. You can take them in any order you want, but I always tell people to take them sequentially. Start with Core 1, pass it, then move on to Core 2. It just creates a much more logical learning path. Each exam is 90 minutes long with a max of 90 questions. And these aren't just simple multiple choice questions. You'll face multiple responses, drag and drops, and the most feared of all, performance-based questions, or PBQs. These PBQs are mini simulations where you might have to configure a network adapter in a fake Windows environment, or match port numbers to their protocols. They're designed to test your actual hands-on skills, not just what you've memorized. The passing score for Core 1, 220-1201, is 675 on a scale of 100 to 900. For Core 2, it's a little higher at 700. This doesn't mean Core 2 is harder, just that the grading is a bit different. Now let's get into what each exam actually covers. I'm going to break down the official exam domains for you. Exam 1, Core 1, 220-1201, the world of hardware and networking. Think of Core 1 as everything you can physically touch or that involves connecting things together. It's the tangible side of IT. The domains are Domain 1, mobile devices, 13%. This is all about the hardware for laptops, phones, and tablets. You'll need to know how to install laptop parts like RAM and hard drives and understand mobile components like different screen types, OLED and LCD, and ports like USB-C and Lightning. Domain 2, networking, 23%. This is a huge and critical domain. It's the fundamentals of how computers talk to each other. You'll need to know the difference between TCP and UDP. And yeah, you'll have to memorize common port numbers for things like HTTP, port 80, HTTPS, port 443, and DNS, port 53. You'll cover IP addressing, DNS, which turns website names into IP addresses, and DHCP, which hands out IP addresses automatically. You'll also get into Wi-Fi standards like Wi-Fi 5 versus Wi-Fi 6, and common hardware like routers and switches. Domain 3, hardware, 25%. This is the classic A+ stuff. It's everything inside and outside a desktop PC. You'll learn to identify, install, and configure motherboards, CPUs, RAM types, DDR4 versus DDR5, storage drives, HDDs, SSDs, and NVMe, power supplies, and peripherals like printers. You'll need to know your cables and connectors from USB types to HDMI and DisplayPort. Domain 4, virtualization and cloud computing, 11%. This section brings the A+ straight into the modern era. Virtualization is basically running a virtual computer inside your physical one. You'll learn about the basics of cloud computing, understanding the difference between IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. This lays the groundwork for more advanced cloud certifications down the road. Domain 5, hardware and networking troubleshooting, 28%. This is the largest and you could argue the most important domain in Core 1. It's where you use all the knowledge from the other domains to actually solve problems. CompTIA has a formal troubleshooting process, and while you won't be quizzed on the steps by name, you'll be expected to use them. You'll get scenarios like a user says they can't print, or a computer is running super slow, and you'll have to figure it out. You'll learn to use tools from a simple multimeter to check power to command line tools like ping and ipconfig to fix network problems. Domain 2, 220-1202, the world of software and security. If Core 1 was about the physical stuff, Core 2 is all about the logical stuff. It's about the operating systems, the software, and the procedures you follow to keep everything safe and running smoothly. Domain 1, operating systems, 28%. This is the biggest piece of Core 2. You have to know how to install, configure, and manage the big three: Windows, macOS, and Linux. The main focus is Windows, but you need to be comfortable in all of them. You'll need to know about file systems like NTFS for Windows, how to use the command line like Command Prompt and PowerShell, and how to use various system utilities. Domain 2, security, 28%. This is an equally massive and incredibly important domain. It's your introduction to cybersecurity. You'll spot and protect against malware like viruses and ransomware. You'll cover security best practices, physical security measures, how to secure a wireless network, and techniques for protecting and destroying data. Domain 3, software troubleshooting, 23%. Just like Core 1 had hardware troubleshooting, Core 2 has software troubleshooting. This is all about fixing issues within operating systems and apps. You'll learn how to tackle problems like slow performance, application crashes, and malware infections using tools like Task Manager and Event Viewer to hunt down the source of a problem. Domain 4, operational procedures, 21%. This domain is about what it means to be a professional IT tech. It might be one of the most important for actually getting and keeping a job. It covers documentation, change management,
and disaster recovery, backups. It also gets into best practices for dealing with customers, handling static electricity, and general safety and professionalism. This is the domain that teaches you not just how to fix the computer, but how to be a trusted and effective part of an IT team. Seeing it all laid out can still feel like a lot, but now it's organized. It's no longer just a big, scary cloud of A+ stuff. It's a structured set of topics. Now that we know what we need to learn, let's build the plan for how you're going to learn it. The ultimate battle plan, your 4-step roadmap to certification. This is the heart of the video. If you follow this plan, you will succeed. It's not about being a genius or having a tech background. It's about having a system and sticking to it. Step 1, choose your primary study resource and ignore everything else. The biggest mistake beginners make is jumping all over the place. You watch a video from one guy, read a chapter from someone else's book, and glance at a third-person study guide. This is a recipe for disaster. It creates gaps in your knowledge and makes you feel constantly disorganized. The solution is simple. Pick one primary resource and stick with it from start to finish. There are 3 gold standard resources out there, known as the Big 3. This channel right here offers free video courses. This is hands down the greatest free resource for the CompTIA A+. Joe's IT Certifications makes comprehensive video courses for Core 1 and Core 2, where every single video maps directly to an exam objective. Our style is direct, no fluff, and incredibly thorough. For 99% of you, this is the best place to start. Our entire 1200 series course is free on his website and on YouTube.
A comprehensive book, like Joe IT Certifications All-in-One Exam Guide. If you're someone who learns better by reading or wants to go deeper, a big book is a great choice. Joe IT Certifications All-in-One Exam Guide is a classic. The writing style is super engaging and fun, uses great analogies to explain tough topics. A 1,500-page book can look scary, but you can use it as your main guide or just as a reference to look up things you're struggling with.
You need to cut down on many hobbies, or in simple way, disappear for a few months and lock in, and you will master a lot. My advice? Start with these videos here on the channel, and you will not regret. It's free, it's complete, and it's trusted by millions. Commit to watching our entire 1200 series course before you even think about looking elsewhere. Step 2, download and worship the exam objectives. This is the most important step, and it's the one most people skip. Go to the official CompTIA website, find the exam objectives for 220-1201 and 220-1202, and download that PDF. Print it out. This document is your holy grail. The exam objectives are CompTIA's gift to you. It is a literal checklist of every single thing you can be tested on. No secrets. If it's on the objectives, it's fair game. If it's not, you don't need to know it. Use this PDF as your master checklist. As you go through our videos, have the objectives right there next to you. When you finish a video on mobile device configuration, find that objective on your list and check it off. Better yet, highlight it. Green for I get this, yellow for I'm a little shaky, and pink for I have no idea what's going on. This turns a giant mountain of information into a series of small, manageable hills. It gives you a visual of your progress and tells you exactly where you need to focus. Step 3, master the material with the study loop. Passively watching hours of video is not real learning. You need to actively engage with the material. This is where the study loop comes in. It's a simple, repeatable process for every topic. Pick a topic. Open your objectives PDF and pick a bullet point. For example, Core 1, Objective 2.1, compare and contrast TCP and UDP ports. Learn it. Watch the Messer video or read the section in your book. Take notes, but don't just copy what you hear. Put it in your own words. Draw pictures. Make up weird memory tricks. Recall it. When you're done, close your notes and try to explain the topic out loud. To yourself, to your cat, to a rubber duck on your desk, doesn't matter. Can you explain the difference between TCP and UDP without your notes? This forced recall is one of the most powerful learning techniques out there. Reinforce it. Immediately do a few practice questions just on that topic. This quick feedback tells you if you actually understood it or just thought you did. Repeat this loop for every single objective. It's a methodical, brick-by-brick approach that builds a rock-solid foundation of knowledge with no gaps. Step 4. This secret weapon. Use practice exams as a study tool. This is the final, critical phase. Most people think practice exams are just for seeing if you're ready. That's a huge mistake. High-quality practice exams are one of your best study tools. For this, I and thousands of others recommend Jason Dion's practice exams on Udemy. They are famous for being the closest you can get to the real exam in wording, difficulty, and especially those tricky PBQs. Here's how to use them right. Take your first exam. After you've gone through all the Core 1 material, take your first full practice exam. Don't worry about the score, just get a baseline. Let's say you get a 68%. Don't freak out. A 68 isn't failure, it's a treasure map. It's a beautiful, detailed list of exactly what you don't know yet. Review every single question. This is the most important part. Go back and review every single question, even the ones you got right. For the ones you got wrong, read Dion's explanation. Understand why the right answer is right and why your answer was wrong. For the ones you got right, make sure you got them right for the right reason and not just got lucky. Target your weaknesses. For every question you got wrong or were iffy on, find the exam objective it relates to. Go back to your objectives PDF, find that topic, and highlight it for review. Now, go back to Joe's IT certifications or your book and relearn that one specific thing. Repeat. After a day or two of focused review, take the next practice exam. Your score should go up, maybe to an 85%. Great! Repeat the review process. Find your new weak areas, study them, and take the next exam a day or two later. Keep doing this loop. Test, review, study, until you are consistently scoring 85 to 90% on multiple practice exams. That score gives you a nice cushion for exam day nerves. Once you hit that 85 to 90% range consistently, you are ready. Go schedule that exam. Your first 30 days, an actionable mini plan. Okay, that was a lot of theory. Let's make it real. If you're starting today, here's what your first 30 days could look like, focusing only on Core 1. Day 1, go to the CompTIA website and download the 220-1201 exam objectives. Print them out, go to Joe's IT certifications and subscribe his free 220-1201 course. Watch the first couple of videos. And just like that, you've started. Week 1, days 2 to 7. Hit mobile devices and networking. Follow the study loop for each objective. Watch the videos, take notes in your own words, and find some free practice questions on those topics. By the end of the week, you should have a handle on laptop parts and the basics of networking like TCP/IP and DNS. Week 2, days 8 to 14. Focus on hardware. This is a big domain, so give it a full week. Use the study loop for motherboards, CPUs, RAM, storage, and printers. This is a great time for hands-on learning. Got an old computer? Open it up. See the parts for yourself. If not, watch PC build videos on YouTube. Connecting the theory to something visual is incredibly powerful. Week 3, days 15 to 21. Virtualization and cloud. And start troubleshooting. Knock out the virtualization and cloud objectives. Then start the troubleshooting videos. Pay close attention to the process and the command line tools. Week 4, days 22 to 30. Finish the troubleshooting and start practice exams. Finish all the remaining videos for Core 1. Around day 25, buy Jason Dion's 220-1201 practice exams. Take the first test. For the rest of the week, live in that cycle. Review, study, repeat. Analyze your results, patch your weak spots, and take another test a day or two later. Once you're hitting 85% or higher, go to the Pearson VUE website and schedule your exam. Don't wait. Scheduling it lights a fire under you and gives you a deadline. This is an aggressive plan, but it's totally doable. If you have a full-time job or a family, stretch it to 45 or 60 days. The timeline is less important than the consistency. So let's back up. That confusing, overwhelming cloud of A+ info is gone. Now you have a simple, clear set of steps. First, you know the A+ is 2 exams. Core 1 for hardware and networking, Core 2 for software and security. They're your ticket into an IT career. Second, you're going to CompTIA's website to download your map, the official exam objectives. Third, you're picking one primary study resource like Joe's IT Certification's free videos, and you're committing to it. Fourth, you're using the study loop to actively learn, objective by objective. And finally, you're using high-quality practice exams as your secret weapon to find and fix your weak spots. That's it. That's the entire plan. It's not complicated, but it takes discipline. It requires you to trust the process, especially on days you feel like you're going nowhere or when that little voice in your head tells you you're not cut out for this. Everyone feels that. The people who succeed are the ones who show up and do the work anyway. You can absolutely do this. The IT industry is waiting for curious people who are good at solving problems. This certification is your first step on a long and amazing career path. And trust me, the feeling of seeing that pass screen at the testing center is something you will never, ever forget. It's the moment all your hard work pays off and a brand new door swings open. If this roadmap was helpful and you're ready to start, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about helping you build a successful IT career. And now, I want to hear from you.